This team, guys,
Huh? What? Oh.
Oh shit.
thanks.
Oh god.
This
Not this
team
again.
is not about CS. It's not about KDA. It's about dragons, barons, timers, and towers. Welcome to Objective Control. And this is our first episode. We've got a lot to talk about, starting with what's our favorite topic in the off-season? Roster swaps. They are going crazy all across all of the major regions. We'll start with NA roster swaps. TSM has acquired Hanser, Svenskeren, and Doublelift, and potentially, as of today, Yellowstar. It's pretty much confirmed, just not officially. We've got Rush and Bunny Fufu on Cloud9. Energy's whole team is looking pretty cool, and we still haven't heard anything about Immortals. What do you guys think is noteworthy from NA roster swap so far?
Double Rift.
TSM got a
How about
relegated
that
player.
Double lift yellow star.
Double Lift Yellow Star bot lane.
Hell yeah.
What do you
I'm
think
gonna
about?
go with yellow lift bot lane.
Yeah.
Yellow
What do you,
Yellow lift bot lane.
what do you
Yellow
think,
lift.
Lenny? What do you think about the
The
potential?
double star.
The quote unquote potential of Doublelift and Yellow Star in the bot lane for TSM now.
Well, in TSM, everyone is pretty mechanically advanced now, finally. Before it was just team solo mid and 4 wards walking around. But now we have Double Lift, who's a proven hard carry. Yellow Star, who can shot call, so that takes off a lot of pressure from Yerksen. He can just focus on shitting on his lane. And Hanser, I don't know. Hanser always looked good. He looked okay at San Jose, but not sure if he's gonna prove himself or not. We'll see.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Just except you're forgetting something pretty big. They're gonna fucking chop Svenskaren's dick off, cause that's what happens to every single jungler that goes to
Yeah.
TSM.
I don't
I
think
mean-
Spencer's gonna do too good.
I mean, can we say that with all honesty? Like during IEM, Svenskeren put a lot of effort into top lane. He got Haunter pretty far ahead in most of the lanes, and in all honesty, there were a couple of them where you could say Haunter solo carried because of the pressure that Svenskeren had applied to his lane alone.
It's true. I mean, Svenskeren actually made more ganks in one game than Santorin did in a whole year, you know?
Dude, you can't make fun of a player that was never on the team.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
but you the thing is, you see Santorin's weaknesses. Like, sure, he can play aggressive, like that's what TSM got him for. But then he ended up dying to get a Gromp, and then dying again to fucking like he just keeps fucking getting
don't
caught.
understand. I honestly think that the whole TSM team is just stacked. But I mean, we could say the same thing about any other team. Immortals, the rumored roster is looking stacked. NRG is looking stacked. If Freeze actually goes to Renegades, they're looking good. We still haven't heard from Gravity. We haven't heard from TIP. You all know
Gravity are...
how I feel about Cloud9. Rush is probably the best team he's gonna be in because no other team gives junglers the kind of freedom that Cloud9 does, and that's what he needs. Now, in regards to Bunny Fufu and Hai, we'll just have to see. Hai isn't renowned for being a support, so Bunny Fufu will help him be a better support, and Hai will help him be a better shot caller. But it all depends. It's all really random right now.
I also have to say with these 6-man rosters that I feel like there's best of X format coming pretty soon because if they're willing to
hoping.
give up a game to have High play support and then go, all right, we're gonna swap in Bunny Fufu after game 2 or something, then it would be understandable why they have them both. Because at the end of the day, High can really just sit in the back and like watch the games, how Wild Turtle did with Keith, and remind Bunny Fufu, look, this is the call that you would make in this situation.
Or I mean, in that situation, it'd be vice versa. You'd put in Bunny Fufu first, see how he messes with the team, and then the second one, he can be like, okay, Bunny, this is where your shot calling, this is what you did wrong, this is what you should be doing from now on. Put a game in as High, see how it goes, because you can't just let High, play all the games or let Bunny Fufu play all the games, because they're both lacking in something. High, we haven't seen him play support, so we don't know what kind of level, he has. We don't even know if we're gonna need Bunny Fufu, because what if High support game is amazing, which it probably isn't, but what if?
If Hai's support game is, like, sorry to cut you off, is good or not, the whole thing is to transition Bunny Fufu into that position, because Hai ultimately wants to retire. He said it multiple times, but he will do what he has to do for his team. Like Cloud9, he pretty much built that team from the ground up.
It's
you
his
know?
brand. Like,
Yeah.
and people are not giving Bunny Fufu credit with credit is due. He single-handedly led Gravity to that amazing streak and the #1 spot in NA with his amazing shot calling. So we can't say that he has no shot calling experience. He has some.
That was with Altec, and Altec is an amazing AD carry.
Thing is
So
here,
is Sneaky. So, we gotta see how they work together.
I
Go
feel
ahead,
like
go.
we're focusing on the wrong part of the C9 thing. Because, like, Bunny Fufu or High, I don't know if there's going to be too much of a difference other than maybe laning strength. Because, like, outside of lane, nothing is going to matter. Like, High and Bunny are still going to make their calls. But the main thing is rush. Like, High was able to put the pocket picks. Great. So, like, clearly they're the most innovative team, especially in the jungle. Now you have a strong jungler that is honestly world class, even if he hasn't proved himself at the world stage. Where, let's say Rush was at Worlds with C9, maybe they would have gone out of groups and it would have been an even better story. Like, they already won 3 games, one against Fnatic, one against AHQ, and one against IG. So that means like they had the potential to win with an even weaker roster. Now you have a way stronger jungler that has amazing mechanics. Like, he has one of the best pathing in the LCS right now. So that's the crucial thing. And with the lack of strong junglers right now, this potentially, like, to me is pretty, like, definitely vying for top 3.
But that gets offset by balls.
No, because he had what? He had a bad season. He had a good season before. He had a great year before. Like, people can falter at times, but you have to
So did
understand that
Dyrus.
there's other mechanics. Dyrus didn't falter.
Dyrus even said himself, you lose a game, it's like falling into the ocean. It's how you recover from that. But as for Dyrus, he stayed there and drowned, pretty much. Like,
Nah, he did so well last split. After he practiced, if you guys remember, once he practiced so hard, like, he was literally carrying his team like more than Bjergsen was for some games.
I agree.
Okay, we'll move on to EU then. So
The best
I think
region
the
in the world,
major-
yo.
The worst region in the
major-
world.
Former.
Damn, I cannot believe that everybody left Fnatic. Like, I just don't get it. It's
But they're like the
Fnatic
only
wins,
people that
and
left.
They're like, well, bye. We're the best team in the world, but I just feel like being somewhere else. Like, that has to
Bestism.
indicate something, right?
It's because money talks.
The European Exodus.
But like,
I
it's
Wait, 3 players? Oh, okay.
I don't think it's a European exodus. It kind of should just comes to show you how, I guess you could say, badly funded EU rosters are. Being Fnatic being one of those top rosters, we all know that Origin makes a lot of money because of Xpeke. Xpeke branded Origin literally from Challenger to where
But-
everyone knew the team of the name, Oriheng, before they even got to LCS. Fnatic's been here since day one, but it's like, what sponsors do they have? Can you name any of them off the top of your head?
MSI.
well,
It's not
Series.
it's not
yeah.
money because they offered Yellowstar. They were like, there is no higher offer, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
but we knew Yellow Star was either gonna retire or move somewhere else because that's what he wanted. He wanted to do something new. He wanted
According
to
to-
coach.
No, he didn't want to make a whole new team. That's what it is. Because he had to
Yeah.
do that shit last year.
Yeah,
And
he
if
didn't
if
wanna
he
do-
fails this time, he doesn't want to leave with a shitty legacy. I think that's why he went to TSM.
I agree on that one.
Suppose it.
Because Fanatics owner
Supposedly.
did say that they gave Yellowstar the highest, like the best offer.
There was no
that he
bigger
could've
offer.
gotten.
There was no bigger offer.
But I feel like you said, Albert, didn't want to leave his legacy off on like a bad,
He didn't want to go
No.
to the same thing. It's the same thing that happened last year. There goes Huni and Rainover. We're missing a top and a jungler. We're doing this again.
Well, it almost
Like-
seems to me that I got this impression of Huni and Rainover when they first went to EU. They kind of gave this impression of EU is easy. I'm from Korea, So even if they weren't, they were up there. Obviously, Huni was technically a part of SKT. Even though Francis, right? He was like
He was
the
a bench
bench of
player on
the
a
two
second
team,
team.
right?
He's the
Right.
practice squad, remember?
Right. He was a practice squad guy, but he was there, right? But you interview them, you ask them about why they went to EU, and they were like, "Oh, I wanted some change. I wanted change." I got the impression that they wanted to go somewhere that they knew they would leave an impression because generally the region is technically weaker than where they're coming from. So they knew they wouldn't do. It's like when you know Spanish and you take Spanish for the
Freelo.
ECA, you
It
know?
was Freelo.
And I kind of feel like that's what Yellow Star is doing now, where he's like, I know no matter what, I'm better than 98% of NA, so I'm not gonna go out like a loser. You know what I mean?
Like,
I think instead of thinking I want to go to an easier region, Yellow Star wanted to go to another region. Everybody saw the roster swaps. In EU, they were probably like, hey, some of these teams are looking pretty fucking stacked. I think Yellow Star was like, I want to go into an already established brand and a team that's going to be supportive. I mean, let's be real. I'm pretty sure every pro player in NA wants to play on a team with Bjergsen just because of the kind of talent and like the all-star pull that he had. Everybody wants to be on the best team. So right now, Yellow Star is looking towards NA, and he's like, Bjergsen, double lift. You know, maybe not Svenskeren, but Svenskeren was at one point one of the best junglers in EU. And SK Gaming gave Fnatic a run for their money in the spring split off the back of Forgiven, yeah, but fucking Svenskeren was there. So Yellow Star was like, okay, instead of trying a whole new squad of rookies and trying to have to beat Orihing again, let's go to NA. Let's do something different. Let's
make
go
the
to
money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and agree with both of you. I think that's the thing. It's like I know Fnatic is possibly gonna be top 4 because of how crumbled the rest of the EU LCS is. TSM with their rosters and knowing how Yellow Star scouted these talents for his team last year, he obviously has an eye for it. He saw TSM and was like, this is a guaranteed world-class team.
I disagree that he scouted TSM strictly because he was not on the market until Huni and Reignover announced their departure. So he saw TSM as the best second option. I think he wanted to stay with Fnatic, but he didn't want to do the rebuilding again. Like, that's a lot to ask of him. So TSM never scouted Yellow Star either. He just popped up on the market because of
but
what happened.
I don't think that matters, like how he got there. He did choose the lower paying offer. That's the only thing. Like, there's no point in talking about this because Yellow Star is on, like, supposedly on TSM.
Let's be real. The stars aligned for Yellow Star on TSM.
No, the stars
Every-
aligned for Origin
No,
to
every
go
other
18 and 0
team,
this split.
there's
Like,
no
Pretty
other
much.
good
Like-
team that he can be on. C9 has both
That
their
was
imports.
Soaz. Oh, I'm sorry.
NRG has both their imports. Immortals has 2 imports. The only one that didn't have both their imports was TSM after Kasing left.
CLG,
No.
they don't have a single import
No, wait,
technically.
is it
He's
Huni
not an
or
import.
Yeah, but why would they give up Afro?
I thought he isn't. It
And
doesn't
they
matter. That's only
might
one.
have
And
Afro
Yellow
on
Star-
another team.
And the assumption was that Yellow Star didn't want to rebuild a team from the ground up,
Yeah.
and then he goes to try and patch up CLG. Like, that's never gonna happen. I'm sorry, Lenny. I love you. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, I
Lenny's
gave
a
up on
TSM
CLG.
fan.
I'm a
He's a
TSM
TSM
fan now.
fan.
Ah.
No.
I think at the end of the day, like Albert said, it doesn't matter how he got there, but I feel like he made the right move. All these
Well,
people
same.
coming from the Exodite to NA is just going to make the region stronger. We forgot C9 did this for us first, where TSM was top of the ladder. C9 comes in, completely demolishes the competition. TSM and a couple teams step up, try to catch up to C9. They finally catch up to C9. LMQ comes in. LMQ starts bodying everyone. They all catch up to LMQ. These 4 powerhouse teams are going to bring the whole region up. Hopefully.
That didn't do anything for Europe. If you remember,
what
it was
you
top
said.
3, top 4, bottom 6, and 7.
Always in Europe.
And now it's gonna be what, top 2?
Top
like-
2 and then bottom 8. Because Rocket,
Well,
Origin.
You don't even
Evo-
have
With,
rosters for the rest of, like,
Power
it's just gonna
Evo
be like,
is
oh,
important
there's a
now.
challenger player that, like, isn't on a team. Let's go take him.
I
Power
think
You want-
Evo
you
is
want
an
10
origin
bucks a
draft.
month?
That's
Yeah,
why
join our
want
team.
Steelback on Unicorns of Love.
Eh.
I think it's only gonna get what? I love Steelback.
I like Steelback, but
He didn't get out of a
it's
challenger
showing in
series
Imagine,
twice.
Like, it was amazing. Not gonna say, but it showed that he wasn't enough, and I don't think he's literally the only talent in UOL. He's not enough.
So here's the thing: if Fox shows his true colors from Spring Split, then you're gonna have a much stronger roster. That I don't know if Power of Evil was necessarily the good fit for Unicorns last split, mainly because of resource management. Like, he picked up, like, oh, I'll go kill, fucking mid, devour. Like, everyone remembers that, but what does it really give your team other than, like, oh, I can carry 1v5, even though it didn't really work? I think that Fox might be what UFL needs right now for the mid lane. We can only see what
I'm saying,
happens, but Origin's change is probably the best change.
in my opinion, Origin H2K, my 2 top teams.
You can't count UOL out. They still have what I believe is like one of the best
I
supports
don't think Fox
in
is
EU
a
in
great mid
Hillisang.
laner. I don't think Fox is a great mid laner. Steelbacks, like Origin's bot lane, like it's just not happening, dude.
I think it's gonna be like Albert said. It's gonna be the top 2 vying for the #1 spot, which will most likely be Orihang and Rocket, and then every other team just fighting for best.
I would say top 2, 3, 4. But like you're gonna have the thing where the middle of the pack team, which is like fucking shitters, gonna be relegated. Like fifth place in spring will be relegated. Like that wouldn't be surprising.
I mean, right now it's rumored that Jankos and Forgiven are on H2K. That to me,
I don't know.
I could have sworn Yankos confirmed that he is not leaving Rocket.
I remember that, and then people released more rumors, so we'll just have to wait till the
Yeah,
roster
it's all
solidify.
speculation. Well,
Mean.
before we get political, let's
Dang.
move to Asia. So we've got Fly on KT Roster. We've got
comeback.
Easy Hoon on Vici.
Vici.
Yeah.
Vici
Question
Gaming.
mark? Core JJ went back to Korea because Dignitas is stupid.
Not only that, but Ambition is on his team too.
That's gonna be Samsung. I mean, like, who expected anything less from Samsung Galaxy, in my opinion?
Samsung
Dade
is
left
really
M3,
good.
He's a free agent.
Mana left Vici as well.
It's Dandy. Dandy went back to the jungle, right?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
top laner. Dandy
Nice.
went back to the jungle. The
The
Rangor
boy.
Lord.
Man, and Peekaboo is somewhere between China and Korea because according to what happened before Yellow started popping off, he was a second option. Peekaboo was brought in, given an offer, he declined, and they went directly for Yellow Star.
TSM was on good terms with Peekaboo because at Worlds they were in the same group and really enjoyed time being together.
But Peekaboo said no.
I think Peekaboo would have been the best fit simply because Peekaboo is a Korean talent who also is very fluent in English, and that was the
Yo,
problem
his
with TSM
English
last
is
year.
amazing.
Communication.
Yes.
Peekaboo
But,
was literally exactly what they needed.
I think
Yes,
I think
I
that's
agree.
because he got higher offers.
I mean, did
Of
you
course.
see Easy Hoon's fucking?
Yeah, no, I mean, China does have money. Let's face it, Tencent owns Riot, Tencent owns the LPL. So there's money in China.
Okay.
But the 860K, that's not real.
Oh, you know you can play.
There
You just
was
can't talk.
rumors that Uzi was worth $1.4 million,
I don't believe he.
but
was
I don't,
worth more
I don't
than
believe that
Faker.
either.
You have to understand, Uzi's like the biggest brand.
In
Like,
China, he's right.
like
Uzi's the big brand.
Uzi's like fucking LeBron James for a team. He can sandbag all he wants whenever, but he'll still bring in all the money.
Lenny, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just going to agree with Albert strictly because you could tell from his games his skill is declining. He has shoulder problems. He's not playing the way he used to, but he's still a top paid player because of the branding.
He's still a celebrity.
This Core JJ, the Samsung Galaxy, is this the rebirth? I know you're upset, Judy.
I'm only upset because I know that Core JJ is good, and Dignitas just didn't do anything with them. And I'm such a huge Dignitas fan that
Are you?
I saw this.
No, but they had one of the best
I-
bot lanes in NA.
I
Yeah,
saw
Kiwi
it,
Kid
I
and
saw
Core
it, and I
JJ.
loved it, and I was so happy, and it never went anywhere. It never evolved.
I mean,
you know?
it's part of having an all English speaking roster. That's what the goal is. That's what it matters right now. I think Broken Shard's the coach. That's what matters the most to him. Like, he sees that as a problem.
I still think that's really silly, and I think that is something that could have been overcome with a team member that has a year's worth of experience on the team. So all I want to do is I want to see Core JJ excel on Samsung Galaxy, and I want to see Odie just fucking wring his hands, just be like, man, we had that fucking dude. We had him, and now we don't anymore.
Who do they have now?
Toss, I still love you. Damn it.
Isn't it Smitty J?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
He's a challenger talent, right?
Yeah, but that's what I
Yeah.
like
There's
about
a lot
that's
of
the
hype
one
around
thing-
him.
That's the one thing I like about Dignitas. Dignitas is the first team that said, "All right, guys, we're gonna start pulling challenger talent. We
Yeah.
don't have the money to
Smitty J is the
compete."
No, no, it's not even about money. I don't think they care.
They're new
Like,
in the
they
season.
know that they can develop the talent. Like, that's really it. It's like, oh, there's a challenger player. Challenger players apparently turn into LCS players at some point when they play well
Right.
enough. So let's like
Who
actually
would've
put money
thought,
into him.
Albert? Who would have thought?
Like,
Why not?
Chris is such a shitter, yet he actually is pretty good in solo queue right now for the past couple of months. If only he got a chance to play on stage. Oh wait, he made the fucking LCS. Like, he single-handedly made the LCS. His team didn't make it. He made it, and he got taken off his fucking
and
team.
they all got offers except him.
No, they
Well,
didn't.
Um,
Yeah,
So,
Moon got an
speaking of
offer,
free
Shrimp got
agents,
an
though-
offer. They all got offers.
Speaking
Where's
of
Shrimp
free
right now?
agents, as Chris is now a free agent, let's play a funny game. Let's make our own objective control team based entirely out of free agents. All right. So I'm gonna give you guys each a role. We have a list of free agents based on the latest information on the internet. So obviously, it's tentative. It's very skeptical, but I mean, it's what we have so far. So I'm gonna give you guys each a role, and of the free agents across the entire world, all of the major regions, choose who you would choose to be a part of our objective control team.
This sounds interesting. Can I ask you a question? Are we restricted by region locks?
Not at all. You can
So we're
choose
just
anyone
anybody.
in your role.
All
no
right.
matter the region. All right.
Nah, fuck
So
that
we'll start with
basic
Francis
shit.
in the top lane. Who would you choose to be your top lane of the list of free agents you have?
See, this is hard. We have Duke, the pretty decent top laner. Hooney, obviously. Gamsh is also a great top laner. We have Cabochard up there. We have Lenny. I would choose Lenny just because of Lenny. But
Obviously.
I would kick myself in the head if I didn't choose Marin. Marin is by far the best top laner in the world right now. Honestly, it's cliche, but if I had the money to put Marin on any team, I would do it any single time.
I think I agree with. I'm not gonna say because now you just eliminated some burden off everyone else on the team because you picked the shot caller, so we don't have to worry about shot calling. All right, so we're going with our first pick is Marin. All right, I like
Fine,
that.
we'll go with
Marin.
Marin. I wanted you to think a little more, but fine.
Logically speaking, right now, if I want to make a team that's going straight for worlds, I'd choose Marin. If I want a team that's going to build some skill, I'd choose Hooney because he has a higher talent ceiling. Right now, Marin is my best bet.
So you think that Marin has reached his apex?
I think
think-
Marin is at its peak. If we look
Marin's
at
in his prime right now. This is the perfect
No,
time
but I
to
think
get
you can't get any.
It
better
don't matter. We can't see until he gets onto the Chinese team and fucks all the bitches.
Thanks, Debbie Downer. On to the mid lane. Albert, who do you choose?
If you had to
Wait.
choose
Can I get
Albert-
2 players as subs?
wait,
'Cause-
Oh,
wait.
that's spicy, dude.
Wait.
I think that's a cool idea.
Albert, I pose to you this question. So, are you choosing Peck and Wolf or are you choosing Peck and Wolf?
Knowing Riot's patching, they're probably gonna neuter assassins
Also,
pretty soon, and they're just gonna want to see a Nivea every game.
So just call Froggen.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck!
he-
Froggen's a free agent
Froggen's a
technically,
free
even though he says he signed. Fuck that shit. I don't know that.
was a
Froggen
joke.
number 1.
Don't put Froggen on this team.
Froggen's the
What?
best player in like the world right now. That's a free agent. I would take Froggen over an entire team right now. Like you could
Lenny,
say,
cheers, man.
I'll
I'm
give
sorry for your
you
sorrows.
8 teams from EU or Froggen. I'll take Froggen. Like.
All right. Next is the jungle. Nico, what is your pick?
All right, I've actually got 3, and I feel like this is something we can all decide on. My top 3 jungler picks would probably be Meteos, Spirit, and Tom. I love Rainover. I think Rainover did great on Fnatic. I feel like the whole Rengar thing, it touched my heart. I loved it. It was like a mini dandy or something. But Tom was a fucking beast when he was on stage. Tom was amazing. Korean. And then there's Spirit, who is
What about
Korean.
Shrimp?
Did I say Shrimp?
No.
I said Tom, Meteos,
You like Shrimp though.
and Spirit. I'm allergic to shrimp. Thank you.
listen, man, ain't no time for shrimp when Tom was all up in the enemy jungle like this is my space.
Exactly.
I agree with 2 of your picks. I like the Tom pick. I think Tom is possibly the best free agent jungle currently. When he was on SKT1K, a monster with Wolf.
Monster. Dude.
calling,
I
right?
loved watching Tom.
But I think I'd rather take out Meteos and put Chaser. I'm sorry.
Chaser?
fan.
I would
see-
choose
I
shrimp
see
over
you.
Meteos.
I was not a Cloud9 fan. I will never ever say I am a Cloud9 fan. But when Meteos was on Cloud9, that kid was a star, dude. I could
That's
not.
because you play Zac.
As
Yeah.
of today, Diamond Prox is also a free agent. Diamond Prox, like before I
You
started
auto
watching
attack
NA,
the
I
Raptors
started
once,
watching.
and then you take.
I
and
was
then you-
legitimately a CLG EU fan. The only reason why I never chose Gambit was because I wasn't a big fan of Genja and Edward. Like even at their prime, like they were
What?
amazing.
The most
But
innovative
let's
80
stick
carry
back
of
to the
all
jungle
time.
stuff. Diamond
The
Prox
Time
is
Lord.
a free
Zillion
agent.
himself.
Too
Diamond
many
Prox is a
bonus
free
here,
agent.
Nico. Too many bonus.
I'm going to go with Tom.
This
I'm
Alright.
all Korean
sorry.
team's looking real nice right now.
I'm sorry, but we've got Marin, Tom. Okay, it's not all Korean.
Froggen's an honorary
Yeah,
Korean.
he's an honorary Korean according to Fake.
All right. Next is AD carry. Lenny, who's your pick?
I've chosen long before. It's my man Forgiven.
Yes!
He's had problems in the past. This is a guy that can get target banned and still be 90 CS above whatever scrub he's going to get. And his support is
He even
ass.
talks
You know,
like double lift.
his support is complete. When has he had a good support in his career?
SK
He was,
Gaming, he did well with his
SK Gaming,
support.
yeah.
Hell
decent
no.
support.
His who
And rated?
was his?
And Rated
Dude,
was decent.
no,
And
and
Nif was good
Ra-
too.
I think and
His
rated
Leona was okay.
benefited from Forgiven.
No shit.
Yeah, N-rated got caught out.
The
so
support
fucking
benefited
much.
from his ADC.
No, but some ADCs benefit from theirs. But like, this is
Mana
how
and
fucking
Imp.
boss Forgiven is. Forgiven does not run
Mana
MR
and Imp.
on most of his games.
PYL, in my opinion,
Because
better
he
than
just
Mata.
fucking dodges and out mechanics everyone. It's
That's
ridiculous.
so dope. I don't need to defend against something I don't get hit by.
You mean
Exactly.
the faker law? I was
It's
like, why
fucking
run in Maul when I
disgusting.
can run AP?
Damn.
All right.
Yeah, I respect the shit out of that. So, if not Forgiven, who is your second choice?
I'm gonna say freeze.
Does that leave me
Well,
with
he's
the
a
best
free-
possible
is he a free
position?
agent?
Next.
Does
Next.
that leave me with the best possible position? All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. You are choosing our
Definitely.
support.
Before, little side note, while we're choosing, Yellow Star is still available.
Good. I wanted to know. I was gonna ask that. You kind of killed
Yeah,
me. So,
yeah.
so I have a couple things. I'm gonna pick a support based on our roster. We have a shot caller, Marin. So Yellow Star is slowly coming down on the ladder now. And in the jungle, we have Tom. Tom is literally gonna do nothing but counter jungle. So I don't know if he would have time to roam with a support. That's two. In mid lane, we have Froggen. Froggen's never gonna need a gank. He's gonna sit there and farm to 300 at 20 minutes. We're okay. We have Forgiven bot lane, who's aggro. So we need
As
a highly
fuck.
mechanical support here. All right. That leaves us with Kasing, Adrian, the free
Peekaboo.
Mata. Peekaboo would be the obvious pick. Because I really like this guy, and I really hope he does it on the team. And fuck his prior team. I'm gonna pick Adrian.
I
Okay.
agree with
I'm gonna
that.
pick
Okay.
Adrian. Support.
That was not what I expected to come out of
Adrian
Jose's
was the
mouth.
best statistical support in NA, statistically. But we can put, obviously, Lust Boy in his prime and Afro move over him. They were good.
I
And NA
expected
is,
you to
is
pick
known for
Mata.
having good supports with special and stuff. Adrian was the best statistically on a team that didn't have their mid laner for most of the season. Most of the burden was dropped on his lane because Apollo was their next best carry. Even with Impact, his Impact got so much pressure from other lanes. When it comes to ward
Rush.
control, in a meta where wards are going to be eliminated, I'm going to pick one of the best ward controlling supports in the game. I'm going with Adrian.
Yeah, he had the highest wards placed in the entire split. I still don't understand why so many teams are passing him by. Like Adrian.
No, he's supposedly signed to a team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
signed to a
is.
team, but he could have been on TSM.
I don't know about
Double
that.
Lift and Adrian make a good. Like it doesn't sit well in my
Yeah.
mouth.
Because you've only seen Adrian with Apollo.
No,
That's
it's
the
not.
thing.
No, it's not because
No, I
don't-
mean
doubt
personality-wise, they
Adrian.
would
The
clash because Adrian's really
personality-wise,
quiet.
they will not. Double Lift would just be like,
So
The
are we
coach
gonna
back,
talk about
yeah,
coaches and analysts?
True.
Should we at least
Why
vote
not
for
have
one
OG
coach?
pick that?
I'm gonna put my vote for coach on Kokoma.
Wait, before
But
that,
wait, we
I
can't.
ask
No,
why-
we can't do coaches. There aren't
Can I
any
ask why you
really
didn't pick
good
Mata?
free agent ones.
Yeah, that's what
Can
I
you
want
ask
to
why I
know.
didn't pick Mata?
The
Yeah.
one from
Mata,
CJ Entus.
Mata is a wrangler, and a double lift in game doesn't need a wrangler.
we're,
Double
we're,
lift-
we're talking about forgiving.
Nah,
right now.
maybe he
oh, we're
does.
talking about forget. We're talking about our team.
Oh, we're
Our
talking about our team. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
why
but I'm
not
saying-
Mata?
Okay, sorry. I'll talk about TSM. Forgiven is a better double lift in a term that he can make up his own decisions and he's mechanically
He's
good.
smarter. Yeah, he's
He's
smarter.
smart.
I don't know about
He's
that.
mechanically on par with double lift. I'm gonna say, but he's
Hmm.
smarter than double lift.
I don't know about
Definitely.
He flame horizons people.
We.
90%
Oh,
of
that's
the
just
time,
you.
right?
My bad.
So
Ow.
it's I don't think he needs a wrangler. He needs somebody to keep up with him, and I feel like Adrian keeps up with him, and that doesn't have to hold him back. Because remember, the whole Mata Imp thing was Imp would go crazy. I'll be like, you dude, you have to relax. You have to relax. We're pulling you back. You need to come back.
Forgiven as our AD carry, and who is our
Adrian.
support again? Adrian as our support.
So we have
That
one
sounds
from
pretty
everywhere
fucking
except for
powerful.
China.
Yeah, we have a world-class team right now.
Can we vote
Uh-huh,
for a
yeah.
sub?
All right.
Okay.
Do we need a
Be real.
sub?
Not really. Our team is baller.
I mean, we need to bring in somebody who doesn't play any games so he can be on stage with them, like all 10 members of SKT.
Just a cheerleader.
We'll just turn into a K-pop band. So, moving on. Let's talk about upcoming All-Star games. So, I've got an overarching question for you guys because this was a
Nico?
conversation that we brought up a little bit earlier
Let me lube
off
my
camera,
hands.
and I'm really interested to see what you guys think about this. All-Stars, by definition, is games that get done around the world. Each team is comprised of fan-voted players to represent their region. Is this for fun or is this another competitive event? Nico, what are
Fun.
your thoughts?
My thoughts is All Stars should be a competitive event. Why? Because it is an international tournament. There are players from around the world fan voted in to make one team to represent their region. And I feel like what Riot's done to this All Stars is they gave it the season 3 flavor where the fans voted them in, but they also took away the whole reason why All Stars mattered in the first place when they first did it in season 3, where the teams were fighting for an extra spot, like at Worlds, an extra spot for their region. Now it's just like you guys get goodie bags in your league client. They pretty much took
Interesting.
away its competitive edge. That's how I feel about it. I feel like it should be competitive, but the current All Stars that we're talking about now is not competitive. It is for fun.
Lenny, what is your counterpoint?
All-Star should definitely be for fun because it is fan voted. It is therefore a fan game. If you want something competitive, you do a different format like the Olympics. In every sport we have right now, All-Stars is about fun, not competition, because nobody wants to hurt themselves for the actual competitions like the Olympics and the regular season. Nobody wants to tax themselves mentally. To be competitive, you have to have something called competitive integrity. That means you actually need to mesh with your team. You need a coaching staff, a support staff, things like that. Otherwise, it's just solo queue, and that's not competitive at all, according to pros. So how would All Star in
NA
its current
pros.
how would All Stars in its current format, fan voted people, random people, ever be competitive? There's no competitive integrity involved. It's just mechanical skill.
Well said. Francis, what are your thoughts?
After hearing what Nico said and what Lenny said, I'm going to side with Lenny only because I do agree. You don't want to bring in a player and show all of their strats on a competitive tournament when they're not part of their team. You don't want them to put in all that effort for this tournament that they can be putting in for their own team for the season. And if you heard any recent announcements, Cloud9 did that. They had the top 3 junglers in High, Rush, and Meteos. But Meteos is going to be on the starting team, but High and Rush are. So they decided to send Meteos as the jungler for the All-Star team because both High and Rush need time to mesh with the new teams. And most of the players that were voted are in new rosters or aren't playing anymore. Like Double Lift is in a new roster.
Darius isn't playing.
Afromove technically is in a new roster because he has a new AD carry. Although them both going to All Stars, it's gonna be the same little shit. Synergy wise and how they feel about each other, maybe there's gonna be some.
Doublelift has stated, sorry for cutting you off, that he feels him and Afromove will have that synergy. It hasn't been a long time.
He also
But
said
see-
it'd be awkward.
He did say it would be awkward. I'm going to refer to that interview because I know you watched it. He even said himself that he is going to try to take this All-Star seriously. Compare that interview to the interview he had in Season 3, completely different messages. In Season 3, he was doing it for his nation. He was doing it for NA. Because, like I said, this All-Stars is a joke. There's nothing to gain from it. While in Season 3, they got a spot at Worlds, which meant everything to each individual team that they were a part of. Curse would have gotten a spot maybe in St. Vicious, CLG and Doublelift. TSM had 2 players. They had X Special and Dyrus. And then they had Skara, Dignitas. At the time,
Alright.
Skara was the best mid laner.
Your speaking privileges are revoked for the moment. Albert, what are your
Hey,
thoughts?
that's racist.
So I'm comparing this instead of going back to season 3. I think it was last week we had the international wildcard All Stars. So we saw like what these players are doing it for. There is a huge competitive edge. Like a lot of it's for fun. Like the ultimate bravery matches are fucking hilarious. Like I'll tell you that. The 1v1s are amazing. And the games aren't necessarily played and like won by like, oh, this team won all the 5v5, so therefore they win the entire tournament. Rather, 1v1s matter, ultimate bravery, like all these things matter, where that means that it's not really as competitive. So the competitive edge may not be what Riot's looking for, which I like, because this is like one of the first times that you have a team having fun in League of Legends. Since when do you have that shit, you know?
Good game, right?
Like everyone takes ranked as a job when you're like, what is it, 80%, 90% are below platinum, fucking 1% are diamond and above. Like, okay, clearly so many people are gonna make LCS. No, that's not a thing. It's having fun. It's adding something that maybe they think is gone from the game or isn't as shown in the game, which is having like a good time. There is competition. People don't fucking troll all day. They actually play and pull out some pretty interesting picks. Bard has a 100% win rate right now, and I want to see that continue in the next All Stars. Like Soraka wasn't picked once, and she was banned like 13 times, and
let's,
she was
let's reiterate that. Bard has a 100% win rate.
and pulled 6 bans.
6 bans. Thus far, we all agree that currently, in its current iteration, All Stars is not necessarily a competitive event. It has
3-1.
competitive elements, but it's not the competitive event that Nico would like it to be, right?
It's
Thus
not
far,
3-1. It's actually 4-0. I said that this current one is for fun.
That's what
Like
I'm saying.
100%.
Chill for a second. What I'm trying to say is, thus far, we all agree that it's this current All Stars is not competitive. It's got a
Not.
competitive element, but it's not meant to be a competitive event. We all agree on that. What Nico's trying to say is, well, like the corollary to that is that it should be. And you guys thus far, all three of you disagree.
That's
right?
the disagreement.
Thus far, this is where we stand. In no way is the current All Stars competitive, but Nico thinks it should be. The three of you have so far disagreed. Jose, what are your thoughts?
My vote is not going to sway in either which way because obviously, I'm sorry, Nico, I don't count for two. I can't help you here. But I'm going to go a completely different way with this. I don't see All Stars as competitive or for fun. I see it as practice because this is
For
one of
what?
the few tournaments in all year where you get to have international competition. This is one of the few tournaments, if not the only tournament, you will ever see Froggen versus Faker in a 1v1. This is more like, let's see how good we actually are compared to everyone else in the world. That is what All-Star has always been. It's not competitive, fine. It's for fun. But you think the players aren't going to come out there and try to like swag on somebody? No. We're going to be there to show, look, I'm better than you, regardless of where we're at.
Exactly.
So that's
I'm gonna have
completely
my whole team with
competitive.
me, and
That
I'm
is
still better than you.
competitive. In a way, I think the Korean team is gonna come here and be like, "Yo, let's go
Yeah, you
have
think
some
Faker's
fun."
gonna sit there and get LCS by?
You
Wait,
guys
you
are
think they
arguing
don't
with
do
each
that
other.
at
I can't-
serious
I don't know.
events?
I'm gonna say go completely left of this. I'm gonna say it's practice. These people, first of all, there are 1v1 tournaments. There are 1v1 tournaments where you get to say the likes of PYL versus Double Lift. You know, Froggen versus Faker. These are
I would-
skill matchups.
I can't wait
You
to
have
see
the
Bard.
all-star teams that are all set up as the fan favorites or sometimes even the best players from each region going against the best or fan favorites from every other region. You have some of the best players in the world here. They're gonna come to play. Are we taking it seriously? Whoever wins or loses doesn't matter. But we're gonna get to see mechanical geniuses play this game. I'm gonna say it's practice. I'm gonna say you're gonna see people try to one-up each other, and you're gonna see freedom, which is what I wanted to see, and it's what we've been lacking in NA specifically.
There's
Freedom.
plenty of freedom in NA.
Freedom.
Aren't we the land
I mean,
of the free?
can we get like an eagle soaring?
Yeah, we need to.
So
LeBlanc
Jose
versus
made
Karthus.
actually a really good point that I think we should emphasize and use as a lovely segue because there are going to be some dope ass matchups in these games that we may never ever see in actual tournament play. Are there any that you guys are obviously excited for?
Come on.
Yeah, Froggen versus Faker. Faker has openly admitted saying
Honestly,
Froggen's Karthus is better than his LeBlanc. He's even said it. Like
no.
it's
They
a complete
admit
counter.
they both agree that Karthus is a counter to LeBlanc, and then they'd have to both play as the other champion. Now,
Yeah.
in my point of view, like, cause I honestly didn't look at all the 1v1s. Whoever wins Froggen versus Faker, to be honest, wins the entire thing.
I'm gonna disagree with you there. I think the best matchup at the 1v1s is POIL versus Double Lift. Two mechanically monstrous people.
I thought PYL
God
was
knows
a
what they're gonna play.
support.
See, I want to see PYL versus Double Lifts because that's gonna be two mechanical giants going at it, and we don't know
Well,
what they're
as a
gonna pick.
support, isn't he?
I
Yeah.
could have sworn PYL was a support.
And
He is.
yeah, he is. He was the best player in
And it's gonna be those two
EDG.
against each other?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And you want to know what else is good that no one's talking about? Clear Love is one of the best players, and he's going against Marin. Clear Love versus Marin. You don't want to see that? I want to see that. I think there's a lot of interesting matches than one thing like Meteos versus Rookie. I'm sorry, Meteos. You pulled the worst possible.
I thought Meteos isn't in it.
Oh,
No, he's back in.
He's
no,
back
he's
in.
definitely in there because the fans wanted High, but
I heard High
the fans
is-
don't get what they want because it's a fan thing.
We wanted a Cloud9 fucking jungle. Oh wait, we got one. All right.
There were 3 Cloud9 junglers in the top 3 spots.
Yeah.
High.
Yo,
Rush,
NA,
The
yo.
problem is that I agree with Jack. High and Rush need time to play with their new roster. They have a lot of work
Sorry,
cut out
fans.
for them.
It's not about you. It's about us.
Yeah, fuck the fans, man.
Well,
Money.
I mean, the fans gonna be crying if they don't have enough time to practice with their teams and end up losing
Yeah,
in the
that's the
actual
thing.
season.
And
Let's
first
be
of all,
real.
are we calling fans or are we just saying Reddit? Because Reddit is the dumbest thing
Oh,
ever.
they'll still be mad. They'll still
Yeah,
be mad.
Reddit will be mad about anything. But
Reddit's
at the end of the day,
always
they
mad.
have quote me here, 2 months to practice before LCS starts. And let's be honest, the spring split really count.
Yeah.
With
the spring
points,
split
yes.
is the only reason
Yep.
Cloud9 made it
Points,
to
yes.
Worlds.
And
But the
Spring
championship
Split's the
point-
only
the
reason
reason
H2K made it
TSM
to
got
Worlds.
You're right, but TSM made it top 2. If we're just talking about that, they would have made it to Worlds anyway, right?
Fuck.
Yes.
But spring split has always been our practice split. This is where everyone
Until
decides what they're
playoffs.
gonna do.
Once playoffs hit, shit got real.
That's when once playoffs hits, that's when it got real. So they have 2 months. They can't announce their rosters till the week before it starts. They have time. They didn't. They could have
But
just sent High and
remember,
Rush.
there might be a change of format. We might get best of threes. Who knows? Then it'll be much more worthwhile that you can put in your sub players to get a lot more practice than normally.
So now let's talk about season 6. There are obviously a lot of changes going on.
Holy moly.
What would you say, Lenny, is your favorite change about season 6?
Oh, I don't really have any. I hate season 6. There's so
Why?
much to learn.
That's
Why?
interesting to say because as an AD
Because
carry main, you should be happy.
here's my experience, because I play a lot of AD carry, and even compared to last season, we're a little bit better in that we have more options, but the way the meta has shifted, our items are still the most expensive, and I have never played a game where I finished my build as an AD carry because it ends so fast. It's just, there's no optimal builds anymore because I'm so busy keeping
Have you
up
not
with what's
seen-
happening.
You need to play Vayne, Papa.
All right, Albert, what do you have to say as our resident analyst?
I agree with
Anal.
what you're saying, but I disagree on the reason. Mainly because every other lane has more impact than ADC. ADC has no power unless they really get ahead, and even then they have to get peeled for. Because if mid wins lane, you one-shot everybody. If top wins lane, you can win other lanes with either TP plays, roaming, like you're actually
Yeah.
usually effective. Or
Nothing's
you
really
can
changed
split
from last
push
season.
it and end games quicker. Jungler, you can help lanes, but like bot lane usually is harder to snowball because it's not as worthy for you. Supports can roam and actually do things. Supports control the tempo of the lane much more now. ADC's job right now is this: do damage consistently, don't die. Like that's it. Like
And shove
farm,
towers.
farm, do that.
And shove towers.
The
Shove
only thing
towers.
that a
Towers
ADC
get
right now can do is get tower advantage,
Objective control.
get tower advantage, get dragon control. That's it.
I feel like because there's been a slight nerf to attack speed, that we're more bursty than before, but auto attacking has been nerfed a bit.
Any of you guys, I know some of you, I know Jose plays AD carry, Nico for a bit. Do you guys have any
I like
input?
Quinn.
I agree with most of what Albert said. I think you can win games as an ADC simply because you are a tower pushing monster.
Yeah.
And from last we checked, thank you, Riot, patch 5.23, if I take out a tower, my minions are all stronger than yours. And it becomes a snowball
By
game
like
for
one
all lanes,
damage
which,
though.
which is what they gave.
Still stronger.
Which is what
Objective
they gave.
control.
Which is what they gave. Yeah, which is what they gave the ADCs. Look, guys, you can two-shot towers. If you get a tower, your whole team gets better, even the minions. If you pick a duelist ADC, like let's say Quinn, Quinn. Let's not talk about Lucian, who's another duelist. Vayne. You pick a duelist ADC, or your support stays with you. You can only just burst down bot lane, make all your minions stronger across all the lanes, and just use that power to push out the game. That's interesting. Because I think bot lane finally has some sort of influence on the game now.
To a certain extent.
They kind of just looked at the junglers and was like, we don't like you.
Right, okay, so now here's the segue. Both of you, Nico and Jose, as junglers, how do you feel about the changes?
Jose,
the jungle.
take it away.
Fuck, one, I like the two items. I like Hunter's Machete and I like the Talisman. It tells me if I have somebody who uses a lot of skills like Lucian, I can
That
just
dank
roll.
Lucian jungle, you
I can
heard it
just
here
roll
first,
with-
guys.
Yeah, I can just roll with a Talisman, keep up my mana pool, and be fine. If somebody that auto attacks really quickly and has a lot of auto cancels, I can go Machete, get a lot of lifesteal back. Minions are weaker, but they give less EXP, they give less gold. The pathing is weirded because our sustain is taken away besides the Machete, but we're supposed to have an impact on the game even though all of our items are made more expensive. Problem, they haven't done the patch where they buff the junglers, where they give us the early damage boost. Besides Jarvan, who got his at the end of the season, no one else has gotten that bonus 5 AD, that magical 5 AD. Unless you pick cheese junglers, like Twitch. Unless you get that first kill and get that first gank off after your first camp, not even first buff, it doesn't seem worth it. Your impact seems limited.
Interesting. All right, Nico,
All
I've
right.
definitely heard you say before that jungling feels like an uphill battle for you
Thunderlord's
sometimes.
blessing.
Yeah, it does. But I'm gonna go back to what he said about the two new items. The talisman. I was streaming the other day and Judy even sent me a message. Oh wow, you got the talisman over the machete. That's interesting. The reason I did that was because I was playing red side, and when I play red side, I start blue. I'm not gonna get the talisman over the machete if I'm red side because I'm starting blue. I'm gonna have the mana I need no matter what jungle I play, and I know I'm gonna have the support in my bot lane. Whereas if I start blue side, I start talisman because I'm gonna go to the bottom Krugs to my red. So I need that mana. I agree and disagree with Jose based on, oh yeah, the junglers, we do have a rough time. Like, I do agree we have a rough time. But I play champions like Zach, who have that sustain, that they need when clearing. Come on, man. He
You're right,
picks up
you're
his
right.
little blobs and he heals.
You're
Okay,
right.
I never had a problem clearing with Zach. I've had trouble with Eve. I did have a trouble with Eve for some reason. I think it was my runes. I think I might have done that wrong. I think it's all based on like your mastery path and your rune path. If you have the right runes and masteries and stuff, you can pick a jungler and have good sustain. You can play shit like Xin Zhao, who has
Things
his W.
broken.
He is so broken. You get that freaking Ginsu's and you start deep dicking everyone.
Francis,
Jesus, please. Hey, man.
Francis, talk to me. How has the new meta affected you?
Since my retirement, it doesn't make a difference in ARAM.
Well, next topic.
I played Kindred in the jungle a couple of times. I do feel like the jungle is a little harder than the last time I played it. I haven't gone back to my more comfortable picks. A lot of Sejuani, Vi, stuff like that, which are more. They're bigger, sustainy kind of champs, but they also require some kind of mana pool, whatever. So I haven't had a lot of time to experiment with the new item. I've just really been playing a lot of normals, a lot of games for fun. I haven't been playing enough of the game to give my final input on what the patch looks like, what the items are going to be. I am looking forward to seeing the pro players. I'm looking forward to watching the LCS, watching the LCK, see what they build. See
NALCS.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward
Venga,
to.
well.
Seeing what kind of interesting things they're doing with the patch. What's the next thing that's gonna make me go, holy shit! I didn't know you could do that.
Riot.
Every time Riot puts out a patch, I'm looking
scripted.
forward to seeing what the pros are doing, and of course, looking at the end of the summer split when Jarvan always ends up on top.
He is the prince
Demacia,
after all.
Demasiado.
He is the prince. All right, Albert, what's your favorite item?
The new
Today,
support
Albert.
Frost Queen's Claim. That's probably the
Oh,
best
wow.
item in the
Eye of
game
the
right now.
Watcher, right?
That shit is
No.
broken.
Eye of the Watcher doesn't make
No.
spooky ghosts. I'm talking about spooky ghosts,
Dude.
Frost Queen's Claim.
Yeah, Frost
Best
Queen's
item in
Ghost,
the
I think,
game.
is a great idea.
That and Zizirot is even stronger with all the hybrid damage.
Yes. Okay,
There's
Francis,
whatever.
your favorite item.
Doran's ring.
Shut
Next.
up. Skip, next.
Nico, your favorite
Sight
item.
Sight Ward.
My
No,
favorite item
actually,
is gonna be the same favorite item I've had for every season. Always and forever will be Trinity Force because what they did with the whole CDR to Beam,
CDR from
it's
AP.
just
Yeah.
it's so good. Like I love it.
Shit.
I love playing champions that build Trinity Force, especially junglers. Poppy, hi. I love it. I love it. Rage Blade is broken too. You know what? They're both on the same page. But
No,
I
leave
will
it.
forever
You said you're one.
Trinity Force.
Trinity Force. All right, Lenny.
As an ADC, I really like Essence Reaver.
Yay!
I know it's shifted a
ADC
little away
Jace.
from IE Rush, but it still synergizes pretty well with most ADC builds, unless you're going for the attack speed stuff. But I love Essence Reaver. It gives me so much cool. I get instant 30 cooldown. It's beautiful.
All right, Jose.
Side note: the new gospel is viable. Side joke. I'm gonna say rapid fire cannon, because nothing is better than, let's say you're playing Vayne. You got 2 silver bolts on the person. He flashes. For some reason, you get that 100 stack of rapid fire cannon from the
And
other
it's
side
like,
of the map.
nah.
Rapid fire cannon also gives you an engaged mechanic as an ADC. It's like, especially against mid laners who can one-shot you between 600 and 400 range. I can just be like, Tristana, my range is currently 900. Boop. Here's a pop shot. There's a crit that happens to do half of your health. Goodbye.
My actual favorite item
This is
is
getting
the
engaged.
trinket. I really
Oh,
like
yeah.
what they did with
Oh,
the
Oh,
yeah.
that's
chains.
actually really good.
The fact that I can be in the mid lane and drop a blue trinket on their blue buff,
That range
You
is
know,
crazy.
it's just so good. Like I don't have to worry about getting too close towards something. It's like, oh, here comes a Master Yi. Fuck you in the ass. No, like I can be like, fuck Master Yi. I'm dropping a ward in that river bush while I'm taking this CS without
Yeah.
any danger.
Great.
know-
So now you can see Quinn flying at you from blue buff.
Exactly.
Nah, you
It's
still can't
great.
see her.
Coming.
She
I'm
just
sure
she's
you're not
by
talking
you
about
by
it.
the time your ward drops. She's already
It's
there.
beautiful. It's sad she's getting nerfed. We saw that, right?
He
Did you guys
deserves
read
again.
that?
There's just no counterplay to that
Hey,
shit.
shut your mouth. I play Quinn jungle. I play Quinn jungle.
From
Stop
the
it.
jungler to the AD carry. I am going to gank you. I'm going to gank you
I'm
really
going to
fast.
kill you, motherfucker.
Is it time
Alright.
for my favorite segment?
It's time for the Baron dance. Yeah.
I'm
This
going
is my
Alright,
crazy.
guys.
baby. This is my idea.
We're gonna go
Oh.
down the line. For those of you who don't know what the Baron dance is, we're gonna go down the line, and each of us is going to say something bold, something crazy, be it a prediction in esports or something interesting in the meta. Basically, we're gonna play prophets. We will start with the analyst. Albert, go.
Most people know that I'm a diehard fan of a North American team. They rose from the depths of Challenger and took first in their first split in the LCS.
Oh,
They
God.
then shit on every other team consistently and then lost to a minion in a final against TSM. They made Worlds as a 7th place team, showing
It's
you
close,
how
isn't
shit
it?
NA is
Tell 'em
or
cute.
how good they are. It's fucking my favorite team, Cloud9. I'm riding the hype train. Rush, High, fucking Bunny Fufu. He got a fucking animal in his name. Sneaker Bomber. Incarnation showing up. Balls dropping balls on fucking every other top laner. You know, like Kabashard or wherever he goes.
Statement if I heard
C9's gonna win Worlds 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, when High comes back to be the toilet scrubber. Cloud9 is gonna be the team to watch this coming split. Hold my word. Buy me a sweater because I lost the shirt. Okay.
Fuck you, man. You got that for free.
Okay.
I don't even have my pin anymore.
That was pretty bold, I guess.
I can
Thanks,
give you mine
Albert.
if you want.
All right. Talk to me, Lenny.
I don't know if this is bold or not, but you know, I'm a newly christened TSM fan.
Ah,
No longer after 3 years of CLG, they finally pulled the last straw. I really think TSM is going. They're not going to finish first. I doubt that.
That's a
Second.
bold statement right there.
That is.
I'm pretty sure they won't finish first. They have too much baggage on their shoulders right now.
I mean, TSM not finishing first at this point of the game with the roster, that's a pretty
That
bold
was gonna
prediction.
be my prediction. I was
Too
gonna be like
little
CSM
time.
is either 2nd or 5th. There's no in between.
Damn. Nico, what's your prediction?
My prediction is that NA is gonna win Worlds 2016. Let's go.
Hey!
And the team to do it is gonna be IMT.
Ooh, Immortals?
Oh, damn.
Wow.
You said
That
a very
happens?
bold thing.
That is
we don't
bold,
even
Nico.
we don't even
Dude,
know
if
their
it happens, I will
roster.
suck your.
Woo! I love blowjobs.
cool.
Yo, can,
Hashtag I will suck your
can,
dick.
can
Now-
we screenshot this?
IMT
Yeah.
for Worlds representing NA. My bold statement.
Is it because
Let's
Pole
get it
Belcher's
going.
on the team?
That is bold.
It's bold. I like it. That's
That is
bold.
bold.
They still
If
got
Pole
Rain
Belcher's
over.
not on that team, are you sticking by it?
Am I gonna stick by it? Yes. Let's go. Because they still
Alright.
got Huni and Rain
Pack
over
in,
speculation.
Pack in.
Nice, nice, nice. I like it. Immortals to Worlds NA 2016. All right.
They're immortal. You cannot kill them. Logic.
Next
Hello.
is Immortal
guys.
confirmed.
Yeah, we should just name a team Zohan and then they'd be the
Jose,
best team.
What are your thoughts?
Team
My bold
Zohan.
prediction, and it's probably gonna be debunked in probably like 2-3 weeks. I'm calling Fnatic Peekaboo.
Yo, he threw his. I can't do that because he's.
He
immune.
figuratively and literally dropped the mic.
Huh?
You did
Nice
it.
hits.
That was
I'm
about
gonna
a
say
goal.
Fnatic Peekaboo. That's my bold prediction.
They're gonna take all that
Fnatic
money they offered
Peekaboo.
Yellow Star and give it to him. Like,
Yep. Here you go.
That'd be
Peekaboo.
so funny. Oh, you said no to TSM?
Paper.
what you know about the Euros?
That yellow star money.
Yeah, yeah. We pay you in euros. Hello.
We pay you in Eurostar money. Here you go.
5.5 fucking K.
You can have his sweater.
A lot of money.
5.5 fucking K.
Dank.
You could get a good job
Okay.
for that money.
Okay, Fnatic Pecking Wolf. All right. Hopefully we get this episode out before that gets announced.
But then I'd be the god.
Fnatic,
Properly.
right?
Put the hat on me.
Peekaboo, peekaboo, not pecking wolf.
Okay. So Francis, what's your bold prediction?
This is hard. My initial bold prediction was that TSM was going to crash and burn. I agree completely with what Lenny says. I feel like there were too many clashing personalities. My second bold prediction was fucking Immortals. So fuck you, Nico.
Damn.
Because that team is
Clearly.
stacked as all hell.
Clearly, you bought all the greatest minds together
Uh,
for this
yeah,
podcast.
I chose wisely. I chose my team wisely. Now, my bold prediction is going to be that GBM is going to be the top mid laner in North America.
You're gonna put GBN over NA's.
May I ask why?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Because he was already a great mid laner in Korea, and his team is stacked. Impact, Alltech, Moon. I would have gone with Shrimp, but they already had. I think Moon is gonna focus more towards the top lane. I think the next season is gonna be very solo mid.
Right.
I
Go.
predict that the meta will shift in such a way that we're gonna see the duo lane in the mid lane, just
Oh,
like
he's
Dignitas
bringing
used to
it
do.
back to 80 carries. Oh,
Just like Dignitas used to do, with the towers giving amplified benefits to the rest of the team, with mid laners taking teleport and being solo most of the time, with junglers not needing to concentrate on mid anymore. We're gonna see the fast push in mid lane with the duo lane immediately from the start of the game, just
The
like
lane
Dignitas used to
swap.
do and body kids for free with.
The lane swap
So-
is bottom mid.
Body kits for free for like 3
That's
weeks.
something I actually want to try now that you mention.
It's wonderful. Do you want to play a game right now?
Wunderbar.
Let's
Or
do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
All right.
I'm Nico Sanchez, and fuck you, I'm not toxic.
I'm Lenny, and I am not drunk.
My name's Albert, and you should play Bard this week.
My name is Cypherius, and I'm the smartest bronze player you know.
I'm Load Raging, and remember, there is no Elo heaven.
And I'm Jet Set, and this has been Objective Control. Thanks for watching.
And tune in next week, bitches.
So,
User
in a
joined
name,
your channel.
Hello. What the
What the?
Motherfucker, you fucked it up. You dumb bitch.
What?